off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Throwing is Newton. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
They begin with Henry. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Cleveland offense ready to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A big play that time out of Chubb. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Newton. Looking sideline, incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. That's a screen. Pass. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
5, and ready.
On first down, Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 46-yard line. Watch the clock, motion, block. Henry. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Newton now to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, it's Newton. And finding the tight end, Hooper. A good pickup there at 22.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Set. Get the plan. Mark 55.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for a receiver.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, here's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
At the 27-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Second and 1. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
54, Mike. Come on.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He finds McCoy.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Newton on 1st down. This for his running back, McCoy. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like he said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Newton throwing again. Over the middle, complete. It's McCoy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
from the red zone now. Newton. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Greedy Williams picks it off. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown of this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Off play action. Eason nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First down.
Throwing on first down. Eason looking for the out route, and he's got Moore. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. A first down carry for Henry. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down. Eason looking for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Eason nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 31, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brings up third down.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
55. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Panthers have recovered.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, it's Henry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moore. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eason. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Steps away to his left and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brings up third down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Third and long, it's Newton. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Now on 2nd and 16, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd down. Eason, he'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
50 seconds to Mike. He's tired of
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it 24-13. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Newton. Throw left side complete. It's McCoy. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Newton. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Newton. He's got Smith here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Catanzaro's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Eason. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moore. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 21, the 40. He's at the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Not today, you are. Not today.
Off the play fake. Eason. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Let's go now.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.